Welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you how to set up your very own Discord server for a community. You'll want to start with a brand new server. You can do this by hitting the plus sign in your side panel. Now, let's dive in. Once you have your server made, I find it's a lot easier in the long run to invite your bots first. We'll be working mainly with Carl, Dino, and Ticket Tool in these tutorials. If you click on the server's drop-down menu, we want to open the server settings. In here, you will see an overview of your server's profile. This is what other people see when looking at your invite. You can add a server icon or image, and it will be shown here instead of the text. Next, give your server a name. This is my test server, so we'll leave the name as it is. Navigate to the Engagement tab. This is where you will set the server's default notification settings. You want to make sure it is set to only at mention and not all messages. You'll have to hit save before leaving this tab. Now let's start making some roles. Your roles will really depend on your server type. We'll set up an ID-gated server in these videos. You'll see some pre-made roles already. These are bot roles. You can click Create Role to make a new role, or default permissions at the top, then the plus sign. We'll add in multiple roles. Now select a new role and give it a name. For this, we'll start with the staff roles, such as owner and admin. The verified and unverified roles, and some test roles that you can change later. Now that we made some roles, you can go through and change their colors to preset ones. Or if you have hex codes, you can use those. Make sure you hit Save Changes. It won't let you leave the channel otherwise. Let's look at some basic permissions that I set for these roles. I'll set display role members separately for all staff roles. Then do the same for ID and cross-verified. You can set this up differently, but this is how we'll set it up for the server. You should have it set for all staff roles and your verified roles now. I made a separate staff role for easier pinging. You'll want to allow anyone to mention this role. Again, hit save. It won't let you leave this page until you do. Let's take a look at the Permissions tab, then our ID verified role. You'll see there are a lot of permissions you can grant a role, but we'll go over this in detail in another video. Let's start with the owner role. You want to grant administrator permissions to this role, as well as your admin role or roles. This is a quick thing I do during setup, so I don't forget later. I like to hit save as often as I remember, which is a good habit to get into with server work on Discord. One last permission that I like to give is the allow anyone to mention this role. You can give this to the staff role or each individual role, whichever your preference is. I find pinging the staff role is easier. Now if you click in the text box, you can add or tag the role. Awesome. Now we have the start of a server.